This is Nick again, introducing part 2 of the special Christmas episode of Faster Horses. We're just launching straight in where we left off in the last episode. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you come back for more. I love you. Alexa, set hue lights to green.
Oh,
Hey.
instant.
Hello.
That's considerably brighter than
Hello.
the red, isn't it?
Hello and welcome to a UX Files excerpt.
Yeah.
A UXcerpt, if you will.
Nice.
Go on.
So I can't remember the exact date. It was like in the early 2000s, I think. Sony were testing a new radio that they'd made. And they did it in two colours. They did it in black and then a really nice, like, bright yellow. And they were doing a focus group. So this is like a parable of why focus groups are shit, basically. They were doing it. They were doing
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. We'll edit that out.
Oh, no other guy can say it.
So they were doing a focus group, and they had all the people in the room. They were like, "What do you think is your favourite colour?" Like, we're trying to decide which is going to be the biggest seller, and everyone in the room started like gassing each other up, and they're like, "Oh yeah, yellow. It's bright. It's cool. I really identify with that yellow one. I think if I was going to buy one, I'd buy the yellow one because it's bright. It's a bit me. It's blah." And everyone just starts talking shit, basically, and trying to outdo each other.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the session, like an hour or two session, someone just randomly, one of the execs or whatever, was like, "Oh, we've got a ton of these radios. We've had them out of the box. Why don't you all just take one?" So on the way out, everyone grabbed a box and went home. And the execs checked the boxes after everyone had left, and absolutely every one of those people took a black one and left a yellow one on the table.
Yeah.
And that is why focus groups are shit.
I think the problem with that was the measure of expectation that had inadvertently been set up there, which is that you've got to pick a colour. And then, thus, it's incumbent on you. I mean, I won't be picking any colours now because my retinas have just been burned out by fucking Kimbus lights, yeah. But yeah, you set an expectation to and you ask for these people who just don't really consider these things on a day-to-day basis to ideate. You invite them to come up with a solution as if they were designers, and so they do. They try and step up to the plate and think outside the box, when precisely what you should be leading them to do is to think very much inside the box.
Yeah.
And there's a beautiful Terry Pratchett quote, which is something along the lines of, "I'll be prepared to listen to people thinking outside the box when there's any evidence of people actually thinking inside the box."
Yeah. I like it.
And I think that's the kind of thing you want here.
Yeah, like thinking outside the box is an alternate take to what's popular.
Yeah.
What they should have done instead of a focus group, it was lead with picking up a radio of whatever colour you like.
Yeah.
And then maybe even done something similar where they attribute different psychological metrics, such as changing the price, the RRP, even if they get it for free. I guarantee if you got one for free, everyone would pick the most expensive one.
Yeah.
And factors like that.
Yeah.
So it was different tool for different job, really. And so it was a shit focus group.
Different tool for different job. That was like your proper thing. Oh, in fact, that weren't even Yorkshire, were it? It was
Bolton.
It's Bolton, Lancashire.
It is, yeah.
Different tool for different job. That's my accent. Basically.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking dragging myself in.
Oh, Mark, you've revealed to be yourself more like me. And welcome back to, what was it? Being Nick Tomlinson.
Different tool for different job.
Right.
Oh god, that story reminds me of a job interview I went for once, a UX job, and I was asked to design a radio, and I was presented with a box wrapped in white paper. I had to draw on the box what the radio would look like. based on a parameters given by kind of an interviewees, not the interviewers. Not that I was the interviewee, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just had a nice session drawing
it was all in your mind.
And it was like, but essentially, it was
good. Did you ask yourself a question and then run round to the other side of the desk and answer it?
It would definitely be yellow.
Nice to meet you, Paul. Thanks for having me.
There was definitely a persona attached to this interviewer, the one that you were running around the table to act.
Yeah.
And I wonder how much sexual tension there was between interviewer and interviewee.
Every interview I go for, 100%.
I can confirm that's true.
Okay. Very sexy. That's all sexy.
I believe there's a slug on my finger.
I
have told that story in this podcast.
Yeah. That's callback humour. Sorry, Paul, go on.
So it was, and then it was like, what would you do? And I kind of said like, well, I've seen these products, I like these products, and I think they'd had loads of people before me just kind of invent some shit that had never been done before, and kind of like just kind of come up with wacky ideas for these products. And I said like, well, this is what I'd like, this is what I think it'd happen. I asked loads of questions back and kind of like, do they want an iPad on, to connect to it, or kind of like, what's their vision like? What, are they kind of like, what's their age and things like that? And I think all those questions really helped. And I did get the job. And all those questions helped. And I think a lot of people came in and kind of like just drew on a box straight away without asking loads of questions. And they kind of like just came up with like a product they'd like, not kind of like
for other people.
Yeah. And that happens a lot. And you're kind of like, well, I like this, but what happens next? What happens after that? Why?
It comes back to why.
Yeah.
We do something similar with our technical interviews, which is the second stage of our interview process. It's actually really difficult. And a couple of the interviewees, poor fuckers, have turned around and just gone, no, I'm not doing that.
I mean, I've done that. When people ask me to do.
If that's the case, then maybe this job isn't the best fit, ? But the technical interview phase, we ask our interviewees to basically solve one of the biggest problems in the modern world.
World hunger?
Not quite. But it's essentially COVID. It's a question.
We promise we won't use the solution.
It's we asked them to come up with a solution to help reduce cars on roads and help with climate change and stuff like that within urban areas.
Bikes.
Now, of course, what we're asking for is one UX designer, and a lot of them do come back with that response, which is fine. One UX designer to solutionize for 30 minutes about one of the biggest problems in the world. And it's like, we do turn around and say, look, we're not after an actual solution. We want to see your process. Yeah. And going back to what you were saying there, one of the most important things is how they frame that problem. Now, we don't answer any questions. We don't stipulate who the demographic is, but the best candidates have always inferred that from the brief. We had one candidate who came up with a fantastic proto-persona in about 3 minutes and managed to nail the most difficult demographic, the most responsible demographic, as middle-class white male going around the city in his huge Range Rover for no reason. And it's like, well, how do you convince that person to start using a bike or public transport or some other more effective alternative?
Kidnap his kids. Why?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm going to set you up with Mark Stigler.
Mick, you've got the job.
Right.
Yeah, cool.
Should we do this thing?
Yeah,
let's. I'm excited.
Let's see if we can. Is it all right? Have you got any soft drinks that I can?
Oh, yes.
I've only got hard ones.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
I'll have a whiskey. I don't mind. I'm being driven home.
Yeah, I'll go get you one. Do you want really cold coffee?
No.
I have a Christmas mug. Paul, do you want a drink?
Were you asking if I wanted that?
Yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't mind water or whatever.
Water or whatever.
Yeah, whatever's going.
I don't think we're gonna have. I don't think we're gonna have time for your Figma thing. Have we? We've been doing this for like an hour and a half.
Maybe not.
That's
fine.
We can record it another time.
Yeah, we can do
We
it.
can do it. We just speed through these 2 bits.
Nah, I like these bits. It's good. It's good.
Again, we can do various edits. We can put up the uncut version.
Yeah.
You know, the one where people think they want to watch us do nothing for half an hour.
Yeah. We could do the Figma one. The Figma one actually might be better remote. Where we've all got. Where we're all on a laptop and
I'm happy to do it remotely if that's what you want.
And then we can crack on with the funny stuff here.
I mean, we don't have to even do the other one.
What other one?
The one that I've got.
Oh, Nick, we've got to do this. It's so...
I'm curious.
Yeah. 100%.
Beverage.
Thank you. I knew you're not having anything.
Cheers, Nick.
No.
Thank you all.
I'll just be up and down weighing if I do that. Piddling.
Oh. We record it for the Inside Nick Tomlinson
Yeah.
episode.
That's outside of Nick Tomlinson.
Yeah.
UXSMR or UXMR.
This. Right. So, this starts recording. In my pocket, I've got a treasure.
Ooh.
Oh, do we going to do a little theme tune?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I need to do a backing for you to sing?
Yes, one of you two do it. Sing a song.
Okay.
Sing us out, right?
Well, I did the Nick Tomlinson
Oh, God, is it
theme
me
tune,
then?
so I think it's your turn.
I need a stiffer drink for this.
Do you want me to do some music?
Yeah, go on then. What's inside Nick's sticky pocket?
What's inside
Nick's
What's inside 6? It's 6 1 plus 1 6 is.
Welcome to Nick's Sticky Pocket.
What? I've got something in my front pocket for you. Why don't you reach on inside and see what it is?
This is horrifying.
Right, so the camp. Right, so here it is. Here it is.
Oh.
What on earth is that?
What is it?
Is it? Ooh.
No. May I?
Should we describe it for the people listening?
Yes, for the audio people
Yes.
at home.
So I currently have in my hand a piece of plastic. In fact, you'll see in the artwork for this episode an
illustration.
An illustration of this. It is a length of plastic about 2 inches long.
Right into the camera when he said that.
Yeah, about 2 inches long for their pleasure. In the centre of it is a hole around which the plastic is.
Mark, nailed the description of the hole.
Oh, yeah. And at its perpendicular axis is a triangle, the longest edge of which is curved along with the circumference of the hole. That triangle is what do you call that shape?
Triangle.
No, when it's extruded out.
A long ziggle.
It's an extremely
Pyramid.
a long ziggle pyramid with slightly curved edges, and it is in fact in itself hollow.
It looks somewhat like a chalk that you would put under a wheel.
Ooh.
Ah,
Doesn't it?
Yes, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Now, the first question I have, I'm now going to hand this to Paul to have a closer look at. The first question I have is, have you used it?
Yes.
Right.
Oh.
The second question is
I like
probably
this.
more
like this.
important. Is this a sex thing?
Everything is a sex thing.
It's quite a
if you're
small hole.
committed
I was
enough.
got to say.
How does your body typically interact with it?
So one of you has interacted with it in the intended manner.
Oh, so you put. Is it?
Right, okay, the intended manner appears to be stuffing your finger into the hole.
Ham fisting the whole thing.
Yeah.
Shall I
Is
shall I only answer with yes or no?
I think that's
Oh,
appropriate.
okay, yeah.
Or why?
Do you have any further questions?
Is it?
Ask one in turn.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yes or no?
Is it? Is it definitely to be worn on your finger?
Yes.
I
feel like we should get more foot.
So that's you can see me using it with my fingers. The ligaments between my middle and ring finger are slightly shorter than they should be, which means that they bend in towards each other. But otherwise, I've got perfect
All right,
hands.
fancy.
I've got the hands of an Iranian princess. They're in my bag somewhere. So, if it is meant for my finger, does the triangle extrusion rest on the top of my finger when using it correctly? As you can see me doing.
No.
Oh.
Ergo, it is on the bottom. It's achieving nothing.
Is it to gain physical finger strength?
No.
Oh, it's a very particular question.
And welcome to Out of Context Paul. Which is just you doing that for 15 minutes.
So
I am stumped. I can see that there is a natural ergonomics to it.
So thinking along those lines, then it's not quite fully accommodated by any finger, is it?
No. Does that mean is it intended for my thumb?
Yes.
Oh.
Right, like that. Is it a sex thing?
No.
Yeah. So that what is it? Is it a tool?
Yeah. In the same way that an orangutan hitting a nut with a brick is a tool.
Oh, that helps a lot.
Yeah.
Well, but it's used
I'm
for
starting
something.
to think it's the same way you're a fucking tool.
Hey! Why?
Is the extrusion here fundamental to its use?
Yes.
Right, okay. Is it for folding paper?
No.
Is it used with something else?
Yes.
Oh.
Mm.
And now it's 1:30 in. We still haven't figured out.
Just keep asking questions.
Why? Why?
So you're using it right there now.
Right, okay. So this is...
Is it a part of an instrument?
No.
Is it used to facilitate crafts?
No.
Does it stop your thumb getting stuck in other holes?
Yeah, it was such a problem. I was getting my thumb stuck in so many holes around the house that Drew immediately went onto Amazon and bought a flange for the end of it.
My thumb flange.
She was calling me and I wasn't answering. And she came upstairs and I'd been stuck for 2 hours with my thumb in the plug in the fucking drainage hole of the bath. And I was too self-conscious and ashamed to call for help.
Yeah.
And at that point, she went onto Amazon and found Mark Steeler. What's it called?
This is your thumb flange extrusion prevention system, or TFEPS. Oh, TEPS. TEPS. Working on a new name. We're always working on names here in Bolton.
No, it's not. It's not for that, I'm afraid. So it's used in sync with something else. It is.
Does it help with anything digital?
No.
Is it used in preparing food?
No.
Is it used in DIY?
No.
Is it used in gaming?
No.
Oh,
Gaming's digital in the modern sense, isn't it?
I suppose, yeah.
It's not used in old school board games. Either.
Is it used to? Is it technically a health product?
No.
Right. I'm fucking running out of genres. Is it?
Ask more about it.
Is the colour important?
No.
Okay.
Are these plastic extrusions used?
Yes.
Significantly. Right. Why?
It is. It is almost perfectly designed for its intended use.
Does it
there is
solve-
absolutely nothing on that doesn't need to be there.
Is it used? Is it used to solve a very specific problem?
Yes. Yes. I would say problem is probably slightly too grandiose a term.
Oh.
So is it right? Okay. Is it to sex?
Is the triangle meant to rest on a flat surface?
Not a flat surface, no.
Oh.
It's supposed to make a surface more flat, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Well, either that means it does, or you're grossly misleading us.
Well,
Is it a tool for your giant Play-Doh collection?
I thought you were going to say something else. You got to the P in Play-Doh, and I was like, what is he going to ask? Oh, Play-Doh, thank God.
Is this
right?
Is this right?
No. Just ask more questions about its intended consequence.
Well, you can only answer yes or no, and I'm coming up a blank. Is it used in the kitchen?
No.
Is it used in the bedroom?
Yes.
Right. Is it used in living room?
Yes.
Office?
Yes.
So
you could use it in the kitchen. Probably not as much as the other rooms that you've said.
Is it? Does it interact with other furniture?
No.
Right.
would you class it as a stationary product?
Tangentially, yes.
Oh, okay. Would you use it with paper?
Yes.
Is its primary purpose to use with paper?
Yes.
Or
Is it to help you draw circles?
No.
Is it to? Is it to use to create a mark?
No.
is it used in folding?
I've already asked this question.
Yeah.
Is it used in origami?
Wait, let me answer Paul's question. Is it used? What was your question?
Is it used in folding?
In folding.
Yeah.
Is it used to fold something?
To fold something. No. Okay.
Is it used to help you get the corner of your page?
No,
Right. Well, it was close.
it was very close.
Is it used to keep... I got it! I got it! Is it used to keep your page when you're reading with one hand?
Keep your page.
Yeah.
Is it used to hold a book open with one hand?
Oh!
Yes!
Hey!
What does he win? Not that. It's Drew's.
Actually, yeah.
Thanks.
I like it.
And that's another episode of What Is In My Pocket.
Another episode. It's the first episode.
yeah.
of
I do
first-
these myself
Oh,
without a
right.
camera all the time.
Oh, right. Okay. Nick's sticky
In a-
pocket.
In a
game.
dark room, facing the
It's-
corner,
Yeah.
with my thumb stuck in something. I've got to pass the time somehow. Right.
Like
That was fucking great. I love that.
It was good.
We should do that every episode.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Ah.
We should.
It's I like it. It's good.
Yeah, we're going to have to overlay that pretty directly, I think, in the top. Maybe where the TV
We'll put the
is.
footage of the.
Yeah,
In
over
here.
the yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is it hot?
Oh.
Right, now what?
Oh, because it's a fire.
Now
Oh,
what? What's
Well, I think the only other thing we had planned was the Figmalong.
A UX Tombola?
UX Tombola?
Oh, yes. Okay. All right.
See
Got
ourselves home with the UX
We
Tombola.
we can come up to our last segment now, which is, of course, UX Tombola. Now, how do we want to do this? We want a Christmas special,
Yep.
so we can maybe each three of us suggest something, and we'll pick our favourite one.
Ooh. Okay.
A stocking.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. What's the format? It's where Nick. You need a theme tune.
Of course, yeah. So this is the start of UX Tombola.
So
now.
it needs to be a special Christmassy UX
So
Tombola.
yeah.
Ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding, ding. Boom, bong.
Oh, that well-known Christmas
yeah.
hymn.
yeah. Well, it's,
Bing
you know,
bong.
we can't copyright.
Bing
stuff.
bong,
Like,
it's
you know,
Christmas time. Bing bong, Christmas time.
I like
It's
it.
UX Tombola.
Oh, God.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Didn't
yeah.
even warm up.
Yeah.
Didn't even
And
warm up.
get yourself a new pair of headphones or speakers.
For anyone who's just got a brand new Alexa for Christmas, I apologise, but it will still be in warranty.
Yes. So thank you. Would you like to
Stockings.
name your suggestion?
The stocking.
Okay. Mine's going to be Christmas dinner.
Oh, I'm going to go for the... There's a few I could go for.
Just one.
I'm going to go for wrapping paper.
Rapid paper.
Yeah, wrapping paper.
Right, so
Yeah.
we've already got the name of the new product, Rapid Paper.
Rapid paper.
It's self-wrapping.
Okay, sorted.
So,
Okay.
okay, we can. Which one should we do?
I mean,
I reckon we do all three.
yeah, right, let's do
Let's do all three.
Do you want to
quick.
set a 15-minute timer then?
Alexa, timer 15 minutes.
You know, if anyone's listening to this out loud on speakers, they'll have all the lights changing.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have like timers set.
Right. Okay. Let's talk about
Good.
UX of what you said,
Yeah.
stockings.
Yeah, so if you're setting a stocking up at home, it's probably best to take your leg out of it first. That was like a fucking dad joke.
You were really happy with that. Weren't you? You were really fucking impressed with yourself.
Oh.
Papa Nick over here. Saint fucking Nicholas.
Oh,
Very
God.
good Father Christmas.
I was called Nicholas because I was expected to drop near Christmas.
Oh.
It was either that or Joseph. Thank God, my mother made the right choice. Sorry to all the Josephs out
I was
there.
going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not.
Sorry, Joe.
You're not happy with that name.
So I used to have a Christmas stocking right up until I left home at the ripe old age of 7.
The bindle thrown over your shoulder.
That's all I took for a Christmas stocking. And we had the same ones. They were a large fabric sock, which stockings tend to be, obviously in a Christmas style, knitted. And they wouldn't go on the fireplace. Above the fireplace, they would go on the fireplace. That would be incredibly cruel.
Oh, God.
Merry Christmas, you fuck.
It's cold anyway.
And
not because you've been bad, but just because you're northern.
Yeah. It's your interest from down pit.
It's your Christmas bonus. We're all enjoying.
And so the way it worked was when we were asleep, Father Christmas would fill our stocking with little goodies. They were usually little toys, sweets. There was an orange often at the very toe of the shoe of the stocking. And the tradition that came with it, I think, which was a big part, is that when it was Christmas and it was like, has he been? We would gather together, and my two brothers would go into my parents' bedroom, and we'd go through our stockings with them, whilst they just watched on sullenly at the various bits of shit we pretended to be overexcited about.
That they'd put in there the night before.
That they'd put in there.
Like, oh, an orange. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
nice. Oh, what a surprise.
And it was interesting when Santa would run out of ideas as to what to put in stockings. And I think the biggest user experience problem is what do you put in a stocking?
What is worth anything that would fit inside a stocking? Now, the thing with things that would go inside a stocking is, these days, if it's small, it's either worth absolutely nothing or the complete other end of the scale. It's like some fucking AirPods or something.
And what kind of expectation are we setting now? Now, I don't know. I don't have kids myself. I did do a stocking with my brothers a couple of years ago, and it was just an opportunity to take the piss out of each other. I got Chris a backpack covered in dinosaurs and proceeded to fill it with, I can't even remember. It was just utter not. I might have just filled it with gravel. Chris got Daniel a...
Is that like another northern tradition?
You can go and do someone's patio now and earn some money. Chris got Dan a...
Not in a bowler hat, though.
No. Thank you. He got Daniel almost like a Victorian edition of Pass the Parcel. It was a ball of newspaper, and on each layer was a different useless thing. And it started off quite nice with like vegan sweets, and then it got progressively degenerated into less and less useful things.
And at the centre was tuberculosis.
Well, not quite. At the centre
was a book holder.
It was actually a pack of firelighters labelled vegan marshmallows. And layers before that, he got a comb, which at the time my brother had a shaven head, and above that was a Hot Wheels car. And so it kind of there was a meta going on. And from Danny, I can't even remember what I received. It might have just been.
Is this a UX story, or are we just talking about your?
We're
Christmas
just talking about.
Are you talking about the iterations of what a stocking has been?
Right.
So yeah, it's just a Mark story.
I've just sort of realised now I do genuinely have a UX concern about stockings, which is like in the real world when you're not living in like a Dickens novel, how are you supposed to put them anywhere? Like in the pictures and stuff you see, like people hammer a nail into the end of the fireplace.
Into their expensive solid wood
fireplace.
Marble fireplace.
Bang this in here for the sake of one night.
Yeah.
Or if you rent like I do, you can't just whack a nail in over a non-existent fireplace.
So you use an entire pack of blue tack to try and hold it in
or
place.
like command strips that aren't going to stand up to like my level of gift giving.
Yeah.
They're going to be straight off the wall.
Yeah, I'm not used to. Is this just gravel?
Yeah. It's got handfuls of dirt.
It's heavy, that stuff.
But
What would we do to fix that problem then?
You know, one of the other things about stocking is like it's getting stuff in there. And also, it's like you have to.
It's that curve at the bottom.
It's
isn't
the
it?
curve at the bottom, yeah, and it's also there. You go like,
I know,
and then to the gift receiving. I think there's something else in the bottom.
Yeah.
You have to almost like say like
the amount of times I've done a stocking.
Yeah.
My mom's been like, "Oh, is there anything else in there?
Yeah.
Have you got a toy car?
Yeah.
No, well, you might want to have another look in
Yeah.
there. Santa Claus might have put
Or you like try and run and then pull one thing out and it's just one thing.
Everything else comes out
It's just
with
a human leg.
Yeah.
Well, I think a good UX solution would be you know how you get these services now, which are a step up. They're like a glorified loot box. That's what they're called. They were loot crates.
Right.
There's a real
Okay.
craze for them.
Yeah.
I reckon you could do a legitimate service, which was a personalised to a level stocking loot crate that you could get yourself or everyone else, and it came to you and if
with a floor stand with a hook on the top of it.
yeah, it could
Ooh.
any degree of kind. You'd probably have different accessories you could fork a fortune out for, and so you'd list your interests maybe, or the kind of things you want, any dietary requirements and that, and you'd spend.
I just realised how sad loot boxes are. It's like no one will buy you a present, so you just get one yourself every month. Oh, you poor people! There's an entire industry that's grown over that.
There's quite a number of industries that have blossomed on loneliness. I don't know. You know, we can do the UX of loneliness on a tombola one day, I think, but not at Christmas. But yeah, I think that's your UX solution. If the biggest problems are around opening, stuffing a stocking and unstuffing a stocking,
and hanging it.
and hanging
that
it,
was a valid
maybe
suggestion as well.
you have an end-to-end service which delivers you a stocking that is maybe disposable, that has
Biodegradable.
that's biodegradable, and you've got a mixture of things, and that way you can get yourself a stocking as well, and you don't know what's in it, and you can have adult stocking because it's similar to the advent calendars you know get, which is 240 quid because you get 24 bottles of gin, which are like RRP 350, and so yeah, that would be my solution. An end-to-end loot box type service, loot crate type service
Called
a box.
Called Stuffed.
Oh,
Take it away, Matt.
Take
Stay
it
there.
away. Go on.
Okay. Hello. It is me, your favourite Boltonian mental episode.
Wait. We'll cut to this footage and it can be like the TV advert.
Hello. It is me, your favourite mental episode from Bolton, Mark Steele. And today I have a very important product and service called Stuffed. And it is where we will take your personality and reflect it in a stuffed sock. You get to choose a size of sock. We've got 3 sizes. We've got child sock, we've got woman's sock, and we've got men's sock. I always get the woman's sock because they're recycled. And it's very sustainable.
Wrap it up, Mark. Right.
Can I just ask why?
That's Stuffed, available from Bolton Arcade.
Why?
Right.
Okay, love it.
I wanted to
Love
mention
it.
someone's leg being
Cool.
trapped in the machinery, but I didn't get round to it.
The UX of the Christmas dinner.
Christmas dinner.
Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
Timings.
Oh,
Small oven. Different timings.
well,
Why?
why? I think there's a fair few things kind of like, I think there's an expectation on Christmas dinner, but that expectation is different for different people.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's so entrenched in tradition now,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think there's so much pressure on, because I'm the person who always makes Christmas dinner in our house, and there's such an expectation on that person, And then when your kids are a bit older, they don't give a shit about Christmas dinner. Or then you get to like elderly relatives and things like that, and then kind of like,
that's when it becomes significant.
Yeah.
For me, Christmas dinner has probably overtaken the whole gift giving aspect of it for me.
Nice.
But I mean, we don't really have a traditional Christmas dinner. We were actually having salmon for Christmas dinner. Not with gravy. Having sushi for Christmas dinner.
Chopsticks.
Oh, they'd fit in a stocking.
My feeler's come in with his stocking with a woman's leg in it.
Stuffed with all his fucking shitty things that he's made up all year.
Yeah.
Oh, you could fit some glasses cloths in there.
Yeah. And Christmas dinner is going to be basically... Well, what Mark Steeler calls Christmas dinner, we call disposing of the evidence. And it's just a fun family event that often involves midnight in a canal.
Midnight in the Canal, the new novel from Mark Steeler.
I've read just the first page of that one. It's incredibly erotic, incredibly quickly. Thanks, Mark Stigler. Christmas dinner. I have really happy memories of Christmas dinner, though. The problem is now that my mum can't fit us around a table. She says she can't. I think she refuses to.
It's because she bought a tiny little table.
Yeah.
So that she could have the excuse.
So for the past couple of years, it's been at ours, and we tend to go overboard. We tend to buy enough food to feed 6 people. And then we start cooking it a little later. We're already pissed.
Yeah.
And then so we're not even hungry by the time it comes to plating up.
Yeah, usually stuffed with chocolate as well.
Moon music.
Yeah. Why do websites not do that? Kind of like on Black Friday, kind of loads of websites, and kind of like when you're ordering a PlayStation 5, you go into a queue. Why do they not take the same approach as when you're on the phone and play you like Coldplay sung by a different artist?
Covered by Coldplay.
They usually play that.
Yeah.
Or
what are we talking about anyway?
They play the first phrase of Ein kleine Nachtmusik by Mozart, which is bum 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 bum,
and then it stops, and they go, "You are 78th in the queue."
Yeah.
And then it starts from the beginning. It's like the piece of music's nearly 12 minutes long or something. Just continue where you left off. Of course, my rendition we're just barking bum is not actually accurate to the song.
Anything.
No, it's not. No.
I always like that. They kind of always put in kind of like, your call.
Alexa, stop.
Your call is really important to us. We'll be with you very shortly. I'm like, well, if it was that important, you'd bloody speak to me straight away.
Then the line cuts off.
Yeah. Only your call is important.
Yeah.
So, talking about the UX of Christmas dinner,
yes.
I think it's all in the prep, isn't it? That's where the user experience is, because otherwise it's just a conventional meal, which is
the
fine,
user experience is the meal on the plate at the end of it all.
I think when I'm talking about Christmas dinner, I'm talking about the the process of making dinner.
Okay.
And that the user is the person preparing dinner or the people preparing dinner. And kind of the challenges as you came up with the timings, the expectation,
the oven space,
the oven space.
Yeah,
the vegan option.
This is. I was going to mention exactly that, and apparently it's not acceptable to launch chestnuts at them from the other side of the room
out of a tiny cannon.
Why not? Why not?
Well, I got asked to leave the restaurant.
So we don't know where you found a tiny cannon.
The chestnuts. Actually, August.
I think there's a solution for this. I think because one of the other problems of Christmas dinner is you always make way too much food for the amount of people, and kind of like then you're absolutely bombed or stuffed kind of the rest of the night, and it's a horrible. You feel like horrible after all night, Christmas night. You go, oh, I'm not going to do anything.
That was
Yeah, but
what's his name from the Goonies? Martin.
Yeah, Martin. Hey, you guys! I'm Martin.
I've been chained to this wall for way too long.
Do you like my Superman t-shirt?
We've all got a Martin round our Christmas table.
yeah.
Maybe the real Martin was the friends we met along the way.
Oh.
If you don't have a Martin around your Christmas table, it's because it's you. You're the Martin.
You're the Martin.
Around your Christmas table. So, yeah, you said there was a solution.
Yeah, because the timings, is important. Portion sizes, expectations. Just get a box with all the stuff. No, not in the microwave. So just get a tin box with all the stuff. So you get your Brussels sprouts and stuff like that. And then one by one, they just
Kill a member of the family.
With food poisoning,
all
fuck
cook
up the
at
time.
exactly the same time. You just put in how many people you've got, a tray per person. Job's done.
Oh,
It's
like a tray per meal?
Tray per meal.
Holy fucking shit, that's amazing.
I know.
But they don't all take the same amount of time to cook.
Yeah, I know, but you could make it. You could artificially make it. So your sprouts could be super frozen to
so they're different.
Different layers of insulation.
Yeah.
So it takes longer periods of time to heat up.
Yeah.
But there is no different level of frozen, is there? It's either frozen or not. It's not like super frozen. I'll put it in the back of the freezer so it super freezes, and then it'll take longer than the potatoes to thaw out. Because
do you not do that?
Science.
Is that not...
Super free. Dipping each individual Brussels sprout in nitro.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Watch your fingers, watch your fingers.
Hasta la vista, Brussels sprout.
Oh, God. Right, what are we calling that then? I think that I'm willing to go with that.
Yeah.
It's called Wilshaw's Christmas dinner in a box. Now down your super frozen aisle. Wilshaw's super frozen dinner in a box. Christmas edition.
Love it.
Hello, I'm Mark Steeler and I'm with you in... you need your GoProx or...
Oh, shit. GoProx.
That's the...
Hello, I'm Mark...
Wait till it's turned on. I'm going to do it from a
foreign angle.
Yeah, a Dutch angle.
Ooh.
Go.
Hello, I'm Mark Steeler with another product for you, and this time in partnership with my good friend and part-time lover, Mr. Wilshaw. Only part-time. And it is the Wilshaw Frozen in a Box Dinner Christmas Edition, isn't it? And the idea is, you get from us a box of food, and you put it in your oven for every one of your friends. And then you take it out and pray to God that it's cooked through because it's fucking super frozen. And when they've all got anaphylaxis shots in the hospital, you can enjoy a nice peaceful Christmas by yourself.
Fucking nodded.
I'm done.
That's it.
I'm done.
You're gonna have to put a really super shit TV effect on the top of that. You know how the old scan lines.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got Chris has got some resources from when he did his audition tapes.
It's really awful music.
Yeah.
What was the last one?
Wrapping paper.
Wrapping paper.
Wrapping paper's a bitch, isn't it?
Wrapping paper.
So
Yeah. There's 101 problems with wrapping paper.
yeah, I mean it's just kind of
just restart.
yeah.
Get a joy.
Drew, so the other day, Drew bought some double-sided wrapping paper.
What?
And I was like, is that the parcel is surprised by what's outside when someone lets it out? What the fuck is the point in that?
I guess it's so you've got 2 designs in one roll, and you can just.
Well, yeah, but it's either way you do it, it's a fucking waste, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like the idea of the surprise. I like the ceremony of wrapping paper, but I have to admit it's not practical.
Oh.
The ink it uses, the fact that it's all bleached, the way it's laminated,
Yeah, like toll on the environment.
Yeah.
it's just not worth it, and it's not reusable in any way.
In my house it is. My mum opens every parcel delicately with like a fucking scalpel, and then she lifts the present out, and that she can deal with the present later.
Yeah,
And then she remembers it, and she folds up the paper all the while going, "Oh, it's nice paper,
It's
that,
nice.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll keep that for next year.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's nice. I'll put. Oh, that's nice. That is. Okay, put that. That'll do for your stocking present."
So what you end up with is when your mum's inevitably run out of any other wrapping paper, so she partially wraps a larger present.
No one ever sees that wrapping paper ever again. It goes into a fucking pot in the back of a cupboard and is never seen again. She's got like some fucking demon that she's been like, in some ritual that she performs every Boxing Day with piles of perfectly formed wrapping paper.
Cthulhu's there, like on Christmas Day, like, you mind? I'm trying to fucking sleep here.
She puts a robe over her head.
Yeah. She goes, "Oh, Christmas '84, that was a good one."
Yeah.
Oh, that's when Cthulhu's tendrils came through the portal because I was busy trying to defrost my super sprout.
Yeah. Oh god, I would love a system where you just basically had this setup and you just pushed your product through and it came through the other side.
Well, they've got them for. That's how they do Christmas trees. They push them through a thing.
Yeah,
and wraps it,
yeah.
doesn't it?
Mm.
Just load that thing with Christmas paper
Or
and lob your
something
presents
similar.
through it.
Oh, that'd be absolutely amazing.
My favourite way
Oh
is
my
just a bag with some nice tissue paper.
Yeah, just get
because
one of
that's
those.
infinitely reusable.
But Mom loves those. Drew likes them as well. Girls give each other those all the time. They're like, "Oh, just get a bottle and put it
in a
bag." And I'm like, that just says I couldn't be fucking bothered.
Yeah.
Guilty as charged. Guilty as
I
charged.
take a bottle of my own booze out of my drinks cabinet and
Yeah.
put it in a bag that someone gave me when I left my last job.
Yeah, scratch out. Congratulations,
Yeah.
traitor, or whatever it says.
Yeah.
No,
Put
but
that
yeah,
half-drunk bottle of eggnog from
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah. Which is now, and you're selling it, palming it off as a bar of soap.
Yeah.
Because of how congealed it
it's
is.
been super frozen.
Yeah.
And it's got some extra Delta variant from last year.
Ooh, spicy. It's
a good vintage.
Second round. Suspiciously tangy. I'm getting seriously ill. Of course.
Sorry,
Yeah.
go on.
No, I was going to say, I heard the idea as a potential solution of a pop-up wrapping shop.
Ooh.
And I think it might have been Drew who told me this idea, because she said she considered it as an alternative career to being an exemplar UX researcher. But she pops up a stall. She enjoys wrapping presents. So you come out the stall, she's there, and while you wait, she'll wrap your presents. And it's a lovely, she'll tuck in a little bit of mistletoe and wrap it in string and hand it over to you and charge you probably about 40 quid for the privilege.
Nice.
So, sidebar, filmed me doing my sidebar. Sidebar, Paris Hilton used to have 2 rooms in her house for wrapping presents.
2.
At what point did it become awkward that she realised she didn't have any friends?
Actually, I don't think it was Paris Hilton. I think it might have been Tori Spelling.
Oh, should we do it again? Yeah, that sounds more like it.
Tori Spelling. That sounds like
Yeah.
a conservative version of Sesame Street.
It's Tori.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
So, sidebar, Tori Spelling, famous mid-90s actress, used to have
Not that famous.
2 rooms in her mansion for wrapping presents.
2.
2.
This is why we restrict ourselves to a virtual format.
It's been over 2 hours. The fucking the fatigue is setting in now, isn't it? Right, let's wrap it up.
Okay, literally.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think the best solution to that is one of those
shoots.
So one of those shoots, and then what you do is you get a long tube of lycra printed with a Christmas pattern on it, and then you just wang a present through.
Vacuum.
Chop it off both ends, twist it like a cracker. Done. Next.
Lob it at your
like
family. Okay. What are we calling it?
What should we call it?
The.
How about Nick's Tube-O-Matic wrapping paper?
What about the gift hall?
The glory hole. Glory. What's that? What's the inner hymn that's like? No, wait. We could do
Glory, Lord above.
Glory hole.
No, that's a different thing, isn't it? That's not. We need a name.
The Holly Hole.
The Holly Hole. The Rapper.
The Rapid Hole.
The hot hole. No, the
Rapid
sweet
Rap.
The
sea wrapper.
The crapper.
The pregnant pause as you wait. We knew what it said. We knew.
I'm spelling it in there. Oh, that's rude.
Our fireplace is about to go on standby.
Right, the fuck. Oh, the fuck hole. That does that after like 3 hours.
Oh yeah, mine does it.
But that's how long we've been here. Right, the present.
Yeah. Well, okay. We need a name for the tube present.
Oh, he's fucking making a noise.
I'm still going for the gift hole.
I like the gift hole. Ooh, I feel nice and warm now by the fire.
The
lycra gift hole. The
present wrapper. I can't think. My brain's gone to soup.
Hello, I'm yeah.
Here's another episode of Inside Nick's Brain.
Hello. I'm Mark Steeler with the imaginatively named gift wrapper. We had a warehouse full of weird tree shoot holes. And in all honesty, we couldn't send them to tip. The council was charging a fucking fortune to pick them up. So what we've done is we have, for an equal amount of money, got a huge roll of lycra, printed double side, that you can carelessly fling your gift through, your vases, your Barbies, your I don't fucking care. And they'll come out the other side with some force, and you can twirl it about, and it goes straight under the tree. And that's Christmas sorted. Come back, John. I miss you, Jonathan.
It was very low energy, that one.
Oh god.
Oh, thanks, Mark, wherever you are.
He's dead.
Well, he's in a better place now. Bolton.
It's known outside of Bolton. The underworld.
Right, well, is that it for...
That's it for...
I do like, kind of like, all our solutions were around lazy fuck.
Yeah. Getting it done. I think there's actual legs to that stocking idea.
Yeah. Minimum involvement.
Pun intended. Legs to the stocking idea?
Oh, sorry, I'm very tired. So, thanks for coming to our minimum involvement Christmas.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Mark Steeler of Bolton Arcade, Bolton.
In a man, he hasn't paid us for the last 3 episodes.
We'll get him on the next one.
Yeah, he hasn't been, isn't he? He's been absent. He's been.
Oh, I think
he's been dodging us.
He has, yeah. It's to do with tax avoidance, really.
Yeah.
So I hear. Can't relate.
It's not avoidance, it's evasion. Yeah.
Whichever one's the legal one.
Avoidance. That's the cool one. So, take us home, Mark.
Go on.
Yes, well, that has been the Christmas UX Faster Horses special.
The Faster Horses UXmas special.
Oh,
wonderful! Yeah, the UXmas special. We can only apologise. We now recommend that you go and heat up a considerable amount of Baileys. Why not? Why not? It's like
a nice soup.
Oh.
You don't need to put lentils with it or anything. And just, drink enough that you forget that this ever happened.
And we'll see you for the Boxing Day episode.
Hey! Oh! Yes.
Yeah. Follow us on the Twitters. Sign up to Patreon /Faster Horses UX from only £1 a month. And thank you in advance. And we love you. And see you next year.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, watching, wherever you are. Enjoy.
Or else. Thanks, guys.
Oh, it's been amazing. Again.
Thank you, friends. Merry UXmas.
You wouldn't think there were a pandemic, would you?
Oh, I was just thinking that.
No.
A fucking hatchet job.
That's another episode in the bag. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe on your preferred streaming service and follow us on Twitter @FasterHorsesUX. Catch you in a couple of weeks for another episode, and we'll see you soon.